How's it going, trainers? Coming at you with a baby Pidgeot Hitmonlee fighting deck that I used to get the 5-win streak event cleared up right away with the day. I think this list is a ton of fun. Baby Pidgeot's ability to drive off your opponent's lead Pokemon gives Hitmonlee a ton of flexibility to be able to stretch kick into whatever you want, and Hitmonlee's stretch kick pairs very well with Pidgeot's 70 damage attack as well as Aerodactyl's EX 80 damage attack, so you can kind of soften up bigger things in your opponent's backline so you can clear them in one shot with these 2 energy deal 70s and deal 80s. Something else that's especially clean with Pidgeot EX's ability is it allows you to have this Sabrina type effect without using your supporter slot for the turn, so when you get to use that in tandem with Giovanni, it's quite potent at helping you hit breakpoints that your opponent's not expecting you to get. At any rate, I hope you enjoyed these game highlights. They were super fun runs from the 5-win streak event. I would love to hear feedback down below if you enjoy this format for the video. Thanks for watching. As always, have fun. Stack up 2 packs at a time, so you should definitely be opening your daily packs. First, opening on our 1 Marshadow is not ideal, but we have 2 of our evolutions here, and we have research and a Pokeball, which is nice. So because we're looking for a specific basic Pokemon, I'm actually going to research before I Pokeball here, because if we draw non-Pidgey basics, this is more likely to draw Pidgey for us. I just want to maximize my chance of getting this online ASAP. That's a little unfortunate. I think I'm going to play this here, and I'm not going to play the second one out, because ideally with both of these in my hand, I want to go Amber and Pidgey in these other 2 slots. We're a little sad if we get red carded, but otherwise. Good morning, good morning. Here's Johnny. One of the most important things I want to hammer home to folks playing in the win streak event is that, you know, a big part of hitting these win streak events is going to be volume of play. Some of us are going to get lucky and hit that 5-0 on the first time, but even if you have a really incredible win rate, it's going to take you a little while to hit 5 in a row a lot of the time. These types of events are about playing more. A stat I always like to share is that if you have an 80% win rate, which is like a really good, really high win rate, but if you have an 80% win rate, you will still only 5-0 right in a row, 1 out of 3 set of 5 games that you play. So these types of events are about playing enough that your variance breaks in a way. Obviously, you want to play good decks, and you want to play well also, but just doing both of those things is not enough to guarantee the result you're looking for, is the thing to be aware of. Alright, so we got a 20. This breakpoint works out all right for us. I can do this. I was debating if I want to pass back and let this get knocked out. But I think I actually want to use the X speed now and get the Hitmonlee up, because hitting this for 30 means that this clears it in 1. So there's real value in using the Hitmonlee to kind of chew our food in the background here to start. How's this game following its honeymoon period? Any improvements made? Are there improvements needed? So the client definitely needs a number of quality of life features, like the deck editor leaves a good bit to be desired in a number of key spots. But as far as gameplay is concerned, I'm still really liking Pokemon Pocket's gameplay here, you know, 3 months later. And Pokemon Pocket has a new set on the horizon at the end of the month that's going to almost double the number of cards in the game. I think it's honestly really incredible the range of decks we already see in this game. So I'm excited to experience more of it as it grows. I am optimistic after what we've experienced, not annoyed. Okay, so Pidgeot has Dry Evolve here, which lets us combo with the Hitmonlee to put 30 damage on the Weezing, which is nice. Because putting 30 damage on the Weezing means Giovanni with Pidgeot lets us clear this in 1 also. So I'm going to go ahead and stretch kick that bad Mamajamma. And again, just like kind of softening up our opponent's back line so we can clear them out with our attackers that are kind of mid-size here. So Hitmonlee works really nicely in tandem with these deal 70s and deal 80s for 2 here. The data mine for the next set to release is January 29th, but it's also worth noting that the last time they data mined a set was coming out, it did actually release as expected. So I think we have a precedent for that. We have a precedent for the data mines to be accurate, basically. It's a shame that that this missed, but it is what it is. They slept us, and then we stayed asleep. This is going to get knocked out, so we'll have a knockout next turn regardless. For any of my folks who are previous Marvel snappers hanging out here, taking a look at Pokemon Hero and how it is a few months later, one of the things that I think is important to acknowledge is that in addition to the core game rules being good, Pocket's still just on a couple of sets. So like a good comparison I can make is that Pokemon Pocket right now in a lot of ways is kind of like playing with just set 1 and set 2 cards, or series 1 and series 2 cards from Marvel Snap. And as they ramp up and release a bunch of new sets over the course of the next year, the dynamic of the game is going to change a good bit. I bet we'll start seeing more Pokemon with like Pokemon abilities and multiple attacks and stuff like that come up as the game matures more. I am not sure if I want a Hitmonlee or another Pidgey on my bench, so I think I wait to make this last bench decision. We'll go ahead and we'll wing attack this Tauros. I hope they don't power creep the base set too hard. I mean, and obviously, like I said, we don't have a good basis to go from. But the first Mythical Island expansion makes me pretty optimistic about how their card designs are going to go, because I really think they did a phenomenal job in the first Island expansion that we had of making the decks you could play wider without strictly power creeping, right? Like, they added new good tools to the format. Things like Mew EX and Tauros made more things playable without making the things that were previously at the top unplayable. So Weezing here, notably weak to fighting. So despite my opponent's potion here, Aerodactyl EX is going to get to go ahead and jump on up and smack them down. Things looking pretty good for our first game here in our win streak event. I'm going to put a second energy here. I'm going to go ahead and burn my X speed so I don't lose an energy to pull this out. I'm going to continue to wait on my last bench slot, just trying to get a feel for whether or not we want to Hitmonlee or whatnot here. So Land Crush picks our second knockup point out. And with Drowsy here on the bench, so like they can Psy Punch us, and then if the Sleep Pendulum works, they could maybe run this down. But Pidgeot's drive-off ability works from the bench here, so we're going to get to push this one out. And so long as my Aerodactyl gets to retreat from the active spot here at some point, we just need to win one Sleep Flip and pull it out, we'll be able to put a 1 knockout point Pokemon up. And once we get a 1 knockout point Pokemon up, Marshadow's going to be able to clean out for us. So we did miss the Sleep Flip, so we are sleepy timed here. I'm going to go ahead and drive off, like I said. If they want to attack us for 50 next turn, they're going to have to pull both energies off of this or have like a leaf. So we wake up, but they have 2 chances to put us back to sleep again, and then we have another wake up. There's going to be a little bit of variance here, but I think on average, the coins are leaning in our direction. All right, with them having the leaf there, we need to wake up this turn. Haha, got him. Cool. And like I said, we had 2 turns that we needed to wake up over, and we went ahead and hit it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm just putting out. We'll get. We'll get the Hitmonlee with the energy at this point. Actually, I guess I could put the energy on here. It probably doesn't matter overall. We get to go ahead and retreat to this. And now, because my opponent only has 1 knockout point, and I got my EX out of the active slot, the EX would have given up 2 points. I get to go ahead and crack them with this wing attack. And then even if they manage to clear this by sleeping me a bunch, the Marshadow deals 100 with its revenge. So unless they have something that survives a 100-point hit from Marshadow, they're gonna be in trouble today. Yeah, and I played the Hitmonlee out of my bench now, so that way they can't Sabrina up Marshadow or Aerodactyl. Sleepy Time Bird. We win the game on the spot if we wake up, but we're also pretty well set up even if we don't. Okay, cool. And we hit the heads, so it's fortunate to hit the heads, but also, you know, we didn't need it here the way we maneuvered this game. Yeah, before Pokemon Pocket, I did Magic the Gathering for a long time. I did 2 years focusing on Marvel Snap, most recently. And then, you know, the last month we're trying out this full-time Pokemon thing and seeing where it goes for my metrics and stuff. So, if you're someone that finds yourself enjoying my stuff here 7 days a week on YouTube or 5 days a week on Twitch, and you're in the financial position to do so, consider subscribing. You can do that for free with Amazon Prime as well. I would love for this to be my full-time content focus moving forward. As the song goes, got bills to pay, got mouths to feed. So I appreciate the folks that make that possible. Like Mick Lovin, thank you for the brand new tier 1. And Ye Old Fart, thanks for the baker's dozen. Channel's entering its angsty teenage years. We are 13, aren't we? Delmise and a Snivy. So this is one of the instances where non-promo Snivy is a big deal, right? Because non-promo Snivy takes 3 kicks to clear. I think I want to get kicking. This is probably a very difficult matchup for us. We don't have it's kind of just guessing which stage 1 they have here. I'm gonna go after the Bulbasaur because I'm never beating a Venusaur. I have a better chance to clear through these post Hitmonlee. If the Venusaur gets online, we're never winning the game, so I'm gonna try and run that one down. Oh, Danger and Aramis, thank you for the brand new primers. Oh, this is unfortunately terrifying because it means that they're loading up this, yeah. I'm gonna keep stretch kicking the Bulbasaur here, but I assume there's gonna be a superior and then clear us with a 90 damage whip next turn. Yep. Okay, so I have Marshadow here to let me clear this out. Oh, you know what? If I draw our 1 copy of Giovanni, we could clear the superior with this. Unlucky. All right, so I'm gonna keep it concealed for now that I have the evolution for this. I'm not using it this turn. We'll go ahead and we'll take our revenge. And then if they unfortunately have both of their stage 2s, you're just gonna be dead here. So kind of hoping that they brick on this Venusaur for a quick minute. Them putting it into the active slot does not bode well for the home team. Okay. So I think I do this. I do energy here. We go ahead and we drive off. Support. I appreciate you keeping me around. All right, so if they brick on Erica and Venusaur next turn, this Hitmonlee gets to chew this up here. And even if they have it, we can potentially pump out enough damage. If they have Erica Forest is better than Venu. Venu's probably still a tough nut to crack at this point. The little yellow plus icon on the opponent's energy means that they have the jungle totem active from Superior here. Okay, and then now this is excellent, right? I get to go ahead. They missed on their things for long enough. Our game plan to clear through this is working out. We'll go ahead and take this one off the board. It gives us our second knockout point. And now, if they need to get a bench Pokemon that doesn't get cleared by Wing Attack here, because our drive off's gonna let us swap them up. So they need Ivysaur here, or like a Celebi. Sweet. Feel like we navigated this one really well. This deck's got a ton of cool lines. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to start with it today. Drive off, plus stretch kicks, plus like your Giovanni's. You have a lot of really interesting breakpoints. W number 2. Meowth, that's right, eh? These friends played out here. They've elected not to give us a bench Pokemon to attack. Without the Aerodactyl EX in hand, I'm going to go ahead and slide the energy on to Marshadow here, because Marshadow's Revenge plus Weakness will clear this Meowth in one next turn, which is nice. We'll get to draw a couple of cards, but they'll mark a pretty minimal amount of damage, and then I'll get to take a knockout point here. Where's this energy going on Mew EX? Yep. I assume they're going to take another draw here. Definitely going to be a X speed, swap the Marshadow in angle. Although it's noteworthy that Marshadow is going to get cleared in 2 by a Mew due to weakness. We need our stage 1 ASAP, so that way we can get working towards this to have an attacker that they're not going to be super effective into. Aerodactyl's also not weak to Psychic, would be nice. Putting the Hitmonlee up is actually potentially problematic because they can genome hacking and kick my bench with it. So I think I'm just, with the Aerodactyl draw here, I'm going to go ahead and just crack them for 40, and then Aerodactyl plus Giovanni clears Mew next turn, which would be a game win for us. We offer this point up essentially, so that way Aerodactyl can threaten to get us a game win here. Tackius, thank you for the over a year and a half. Welcome back. Good morning. Good morning. See if they play around the Giovanni here or not. They did not. We got him, gamers. Small mistake, and opponent takes the bait, and they're going down. And gets us on the scoreboard for win number 3 here. It's worth noting that if our opponent had played this properly, we still would have been in a decent spot because we hit the stage 1 here, but get to just take the win nice and clean, and they don't play around the Giovanni Aerodactyl. I know we always have more people coming in, so you're going to hear me repeat this a lot today, honestly all week, but I just really want to remind people that if you're finding yourself frustrated with the win streak event, don't let this type of event steal your joy from enjoying Pokemon Pocket as a game. Remember, the actual progression rewards in this game, you only need to play 10 games. It's just a cosmetic. These win streak events are designed to be high variance. Even if you're winning a lot, you're going to need to get lucky a little bit to get 5 in a row. So if you find yourself really frustrated or hating Pocket, you should definitely take a break or play just regular queue instead of this event. Your games should be fun. Don't let them feel like chores or something that's a source of anger. Johnny, thank you for the 5 gifted again. Appreciate that. Hey, Aerodactyl is a lovely hit here. So I don't know exactly where I want to put stretch hit damage long term because they could have the Cloyster. But my kind of starting goal when Hitmonleeing in this deck, if there isn't an obvious target like Magikarp, is you just want to get Crack-a-Lackin' on whatever their things are that currently live through your 70s and 80s. So like trying to soften up everything on their bench so that way it goes down to a single Land Crush or a single Wing Attack is where you want to start with Hitmonlee here. It sucks to lose the Aerodactyl, but I would love to find a Pidgey. And they gave us Pidgey and Professor's Research here. Like, we make fun of Red Card a lot in this stream because it's just like statistically not a good card, but it's an exceptionally bad card in the games where your opponent hasn't played any copies of Research yet. Because the odds that they redraw or make their hand better when there's 2 Researches in their deck is just so high. Chespin, thank you for the quarter of a year. I appreciate that. And 9G TTV, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Good morning, folks. So what's the plan here? Tentacruel. Tentacruel does 50 plus poison. So if they have Tentacruel next turn, because they red carded away my Aerodactyl, they can actually evolve into it, which is a big deal. That being said, I have Marshadow to deal 100 after they clear. And then we have Pidgeot to finish the job. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get the Stretch Kick on this Articuno here still. Again, just wanting to soften up this EX. So that way Wing Attack plus Giovanni or an Aerodactyl Land Crush off the top can clean it out. Cleared 5 wins with the Charizard deck from the video. Awesome, Nathan. Congrats. Oh, and they don't have the Tentacruel here. Well, that's really good for us, obviously. Oh, if they clear with Poison, Marshadow doesn't proc. That's a good thought. I wasn't thinking about that. That's actually a really, really good point. There's Geo. So we're equally likely to draw Aerodactyl and Pidgeot. So I guess I'm putting this here. And it's kind of a 50-50 where I want to put this energy. I think I want to go ahead and Stretch Kick the Bruxish question mark. There's merit to hitting both of these. I'm gonna crack the Tentacool actually, because if I crack the Tentacool and they don't evolve it, I can knock it out next turn, getting my first point, and then clearing the Articuno wins the game. Hey Wit, thanks for the brand new Prime, appreciate it. Okay, and they found the Tentacruel here, but finding the Tentacruel means that my Pidgeotto or my what's it called can still clean this from 80, which is nice. Oh man, We're potentially in trouble here, gamers. So, red card is one of those cards that we talk about. You know, it has a strong bias in favor of playing it. I'm gonna go ahead and stretch kick Bruxish just so like the damage spread out on all of these here. And if they clear this, the Marshadow cleans this, and then we just need to draw either of these to get our last knockout point, I think. As well. Thank you. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, and everything on the board is in Aerodactyl range, or it's in Giovanni plus Pidgeot range. Oh, man. I think I'm playing the Hitmonlee out, because they could have on a second red card, realistically. We wouldn't mind if they red card us, but I just want to just keep my hand small. So this picks us up 2 points. And then they're notably only at 1. So I think the plan here is... They're gonna, if they switch up one of these, we'll swap out the Marshadow and put the Hitmonlee up and try and get a knockout on this Shelter. And then obviously, if we hit either of these 2 evolutions, we're just like win on the spot. So we have 4 of those evolutions plus a Professor's Research and 8 cards. So a little better than 50% to be able to pick this game up here. Duck Doolittle, thank you for the almost 5 years. Welcome back. All right, so 5 out of 6 hits get us our stage 2s next turn, which is nice. Franco's World, thank you for the 39 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. And then we just kick the Bruxish here, right? Because they need a potion. They could have an evolution to save Shelter, but they need a potion to save Bruxish. Just cleared my 5 wins using the Wiggly Eggs deck. It felt just like Jeff said, there's always a chance in any game that you're playing. Nice, Curve. Yeah, Wiggly X is such a powerful effect. When you get it online, speak of the devil. Hey, stretchy gamer takes it down. Can we sneak in our 5th game win on the first go round, huh? First energy advantage is a good one to have. This is not an amazing opener, and honestly grass energy is a little scary for our deck. We have double stage 1s here though. Hey, Cheese, thanks for the primer. Okay, we're gonna have this as soon as possible here, which is pretty good. We don't have the Hitmonlee we usually like to open with, but it's hard to be too upset when you have your stage 2 ASAP in a deck like this. I'd love to find a fossil so we could get this going. Campa, thanks for the 1.5 years. Welcome back. Marshadow's not bad. So Marshadow here insulates us a little bit from a big high roll. It means that if they like X speed to this and put this up, or they wouldn't even need a high roll if they have X speed plus their stage 2. If they have X speed plus stage 2, we're gonna be in trouble. Come on, dealer. No stage 2. One time. No stage 2. One time. Oh, man. And then this is the extra dagger here. Is not only did they have the X speed and the stage 2, but they also had a Celebi for the bench, so I can't drive off and clear their superior. If they wouldn't have had the other Celebi, I could have cleared the Superior out, and then we would have had a real fighting shot here. But unfortunately, that's probably all she wrote. Let's tap this, see where we end up at. What's going on, toddler girl?
I want something to eat.
Oh, wait. Was this wrong? Hold on just a second, Haley girl. I was not supposed to evolve this because if they didn't have Erica or Potion, I could have cleared the Celebi with this. We'd probably still end up dead either way, but this was wrong to evolve. Yeah, and they have the Erica too. Do you need something? What you need?
I need Pokemon cards on my phone.
Oh, you need help opening Pokemon cards on your phone? We'll do Pokemon cards on your phone later, okay?
No, help playing this thing that you're doing.
Okay, we'll play together later, okay?
No, not together.
Oh, you just want me to launch it so you can play on your own?
Yeah.
Do you know where the phone is?
I think so. I just bring it down.
Okay, yeah, you bring it down and I'll get it loaded up for you. Yep, and this is, honestly, in a way, I think I'm glad that this happened on stream, because this is the type of thing that's going to happen to a lot of folks. I know it's going to be very frustrating for folks, like, you know, we won 4 in a row, and then our opponent was playing a very good deck, and they had a very good hand in their very good deck, and they had decent coins with their Celebi. These win streak events, even if you have a really strong win rate, are really high variance, you know? If you're winning 80% of your games, you're still only 30% to win 5 in a row, and that's just gonna happen. What you got, Haley girl?
This one's my favorite. You like this one?
That's the big kitty. She evolves from the little kitty that you have. You want to put her in your deck?
One more way.
So if they high roll a little bit on the Kangaskhan, our Pidgey could go down in 1 here, but I don't think that's something we're playing around on average. Why is it that every time I get to 4 wins, the last game I draw the worst hands and my opponent draws all gas? So, Toverload, I actually reached out to the Pokemon Pocket devs directly, and I had them rig your account. So every time you get to 4 wins, I make sure you get an unbeatable AI opponent, and that your RNG is exceptionally bad. It is a Jigglypuff, you're right.
This one's... Oh, the blue card.
That's Horsey.
Daddy.
Well, that's the opposite of a Kangaskhan high roll. We appreciate that. Yes, toddler girl. There isn't a Bulbous right now. You just have Eevee, okay? Yep, you wanna play the game?
But I wanna pick my one that I wanna play with.
Okay. You got your Horsey deck and your Pikachu deck.
Okay, can I sit here in case I need help?
Yeah, you can sit right there in that chair.
Just in case I need help.
Yep. Great, so they got 1 heads here, but we've got this one ready to go. Their potion here is actually a little unfortunate, because it means that I can't clear with Wing Attack this turn. How do you beat Pikachu with the Starmie Lumineon deck? Whoopsie deck. So the key to playing the Pikachu matchup with Starmie Lumineon is you need to make sure you don't give up an EX Starmie knockout until your last possible knockout. A lot of the time you're maneuvering. Okay, Haley. Mustard Machine, thank you for the brand new Prime. I appreciate it. That was a lot of Eevee heads, gamers. Yikes. All right, the Marshadow probably means we're done here, though. So I get to go ahead and wing attack, knock this one out. Gives us our second point, and then should they clear this, Marshadow's ready to crunch in the backswing. Kiwi, thank you for the 3 months in advance. I appreciate that. Good morning, good morning. Or Sabrina-ing me. That doesn't really matter. We have plenty of energy to spread around here. I'll swap the Pidgeot back in, crack this down to 80, and then this is weak to fighting, so we'll threaten to put them for 120. Deal. Hey, I love you, but if you want to stay in my office, you have to let Daddy talk while he works, okay? Oh, I missed the lethal with the Giovanni plus this. Yeah. I'm gonna blame my adorable toddler distraction. But yes, the wing attack plus Geo. That's one of those things that you kind of gotta reprogram your brain that your autopilot doesn't catch. Because normally you can't Sabrina and Geo in the same turn. And remembering that your Pidgeot is not a Sabrina and you can Geo the same turn requires some muscle memory differentiation. Right, they have first energy advantage, but we've got a pretty decent hand here. Water Energy Drudagon, gonna need a Hitmonlee ASAP. We don't have an X speed either, though. No Hitmonlee, no X speed in the opener here is a really big deal. It means that if they've got their Magic Carp or their Squirtle, they're gonna get powering up before we can interface with it at all. Hey, Sox fan, thanks for 7 months. Glad you're enjoying Pocket. I have been too. Yep, there's the Carp and the Froakie. We have a painfully slow hand for interfacing with us. All right, we're gonna hit Hitmonlee and X speed. We have 2 of each, yeah? I am not going to play the Hitmonlee out here because I don't want them to know it's coming. I'm just going to put the energy up here. We'll evolve this. And it's worth noting that even if they have the Gyarados ASAP here, we're not just dead. Because the Hitmonlee can still kind of soften this up. And you know, our draw wasn't ideal. Maybe they won't have it. Narrator, they always have it. It's going to take them 2 turns to get energy on this Gyarados. So we're going to get to crack the Gyarados twice over that time. We're really hoping to draw X speed, so that way we can pull this out without losing the energy on it. Perfect. Because what the game plan is here to win is it's going to be soften this Gyarados up twice, and then Marshadow plus other friends get to clean it out ultimately. So I'm gonna need energy on two things behind here. Maybe we'll be a little fortunate they won't have Leaf right off the bat, huh? think I kick the Gyarados one more time here, so that way if they don't have the leaf, I can kick it a third time. Okay, no leaf here is a really big deal, because it means that Hitmonlee gets to tag this once more, and then Marshadow cleans it, and they don't get a second knockout point with the Gyarados. Pidgey is a lovely pull here. This is why we were saving that last bench slot and didn't play the other old Amber out last turn. So we have 4 Pokemon lines. Let's kick this. Oh, you know what? I've made a small mistake here. Because I need Marshadow to clear this, I should put the second energy on here to play around them hitting the 1 in 9 and taking the energy off of this. So I definitely should have put the energy. I've exposed myself to a critical failure rate by putting the energy on the Pidgey. And this is, again, just, it's one of those things. It's like the autopilot play is that you're supposed to spread your energy out to give you more options, but Gyarados being here changes that dynamic. Oh, yeah, that's true. If they had hit the Marshadow, Geo plus Aerodactyl would have let me clean. That's a good call out. So I was okay regardless, but I still made a mistake, and it's worth pointing out that I made the mistake. Too often in games like this, people just assume, oh, I won the game, so that means I didn't make a mistake, and that's really not the case. You definitely, to be a better player in Pokemon Pocket, you want to be thinking very critically about even the games that you win, looking for lines that you could have done better. You gotta have the baby unicorn in play for 1 turn, and then you can play the mommy out, okay? Okay, and then they're just dead to the Pidgeot plus just the Pidgeot plus the wing attack. You get to go ahead and drive off here, and then we clean them out. Gregor Strauss, thanks for the baker's dozen. Welcome back. Appreciate it. You know, I'd actually prefer to go first with this type of hand. This card's actually really good when you go first. You go evolve, put the energy on, and then this, then this. Execute is really scary. Yes, Haley girl. She is hurt, yep. You can give her medicine. My plan if we fall short of maintaining the sub goal is that we'll... My plan if we fall short of maintaining the sub goal is that we'll split my time between Pocket and Snap. I'm not planning to stop playing Pocket. I've really enjoyed playing Pocket, but also got bills to pay and mouths to feed. So we're gonna make good business decisions based on what metrics look like. I would love to Giovanni and clear this. It's a shame we didn't find Aerodactyl.
I only have.
Okay, so our breakpoints here are pretty solid for us. This does 120 with 2 energies, and Pidgeot notably has 130 life. So we'll get to, even if they have their stage 2 next turn, Pidgeot's gonna clean, and then Aerodactyl is ready to go to finish them, hopefully from the back line. JSK, thank you for the Prime, appreciate it. Player bench Pokemon out. Actually, do I just take a crack here on something in their back line? That's kind of close, actually. I get kind of in trouble if they have XP. I think I'm just gonna take the hit here. I think I'm just gonna crack them. Drive off is better versus Erica. Yeah, I suppose. I can't play around everything though. Oh, they don't have their stage 2.
Hey, look, I ruled out card twice.
I don't think I'm playing out the second one of these just yet. Wouldn't mind the slot for Marshadow.
Hey, look,
Picks up our second knockout.
I ruled out card twice.
That's okay.
And I don't have any medicine. Oh,
That's okay, just use your attacks. Or you can retreat her back and put Wiggly up. Alright, there's another one. Speaking from experience with the way free events work, is there'll probably be about 50% of the people or so that say they sign up, but then don't actually check in the morning of. Hey, syntax error. Thank you for the 38 months. I appreciate the over 3 years. Welcome back. Okay, if this Pokeball finds us a Hitmonlee, we'll be in a very good spot. Your stars were bad, thanks for the brand new primer. And this, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, is why when I made my video recommending which decks you should play for the win streak event, I didn't simply just give you a tier list of the best decks in the format. I've seen people recommending this Gyarados deck for this win streak event, and I really think that's not a good choice. I think the odds of you playing a full 5 games and not queuing into someone playing Hitmonlee or Zebstrika or someone having a polarized matchup against you is really low. It's one of, if you look at my decks for the event, I explicitly recommended 6 decks that don't have what I would refer to as a polarized matchup table. They are decks that have pretty even matchup spreads overall. That being said, if we brick on a basic for another turn here, we might get got by an on-curve Greninja. Yikes. The Wake, thank you for the 1.5 years. Welcome back. And Evar, thank you for the half a year. Pidgey into Pidgeotto would let us Marshadow here and then deal the last 30, which would be nice. Wait, what? Honey. They must have another Frogadier, right? And they're just trying to dodge the Marshadow cleaning this out then? That's what's going on here, yeah. They're just gonna full avoid the revenge shot is what happens here now. Because this is actually really clever, because knocking out with a Pokemon ability like Water Shuriken doesn't trigger revenge. So because they had exactly their second Froakie here, they get to maneuver this line. So my Marshadow is not dealing 100 right now. It's only dealing 40. Evar Luda, thank you for the half a year. And Hilo Jen, thank you for the brand new Prime as well. I'm just hoping for no leaf next turn, I think, is the plan. If they have leaf, they can swap. Oh, you know what? Should I have put the Pidgeot up? So that way, if they had the leaf, they clear this. That's so close. Oh, this means no leaf. This is really good for me. This is local man about to get quad Misty headed. So let's do this, and if I hit the second Hitmonlee, we get to clean the Magikarp. Okay, and then we do this. And then we drive off. There's the Gyarados. Are they stacking energy on it? Cool. Okay, we get to play a real game, maybe. They're retreating the Greninja. Yep. So I get to either pick up my second knockout here or start marking damage on Gyarados, and in either event, that's good for us, yeah? So let's open on the drive off and see where we go. See what they do. So I'm going to put the extra energy on here. And then we'll put this out here. Just to have it. I think I'm waiting on this last bench slot, because if it's a Hitmonlee, if I draw Hitmonlee, I still might want to play it out. And I have a knockout point already, so them letting us start marking damage on this Gyarados seems real scuffed for them, yeah? Like, yeah, here's energy. I'll crack you for 70. What's the game plan here, bud? Are they gonna like leaf this Gyarados out back into something else? But then like I have my drive off active here still too. And like a Hitmonlee off the top is threatening the Greninja at any point. Yeah, they're just gone here. They have first energy advantage, and they're a psychic deck. I have hold on, I need to PayPal my opponent really quick. Hold please. Easy game. Obviously our deck's cracked. There's nothing to say about it. It's one of the tougher games I've had to play, but we had to sweat for a minute there, and now we are the proud owner of a win streak emblem. After that absolute heartbreaker against the Celebi deck's great draw in our first run, we were gifted one from someone in the queue in our second run, and they actually just conceded as soon as we queued up, giving us a free win and our second emblem after being 4-0 for the second time through. So it's important to remember that while variance can break not in your favor very strongly like we saw in that first run, you're also going to get some good beats and other points in your games as well. I appreciate you watching all the way through to the end of the video. I would love to know in the comments down below from those of you that watched it all the way through. Did you like me showing an unsuccessful run into a successful run like this, or should we just show the winning in the future? As always, I appreciate you watching, and may your next pack be an excellent one.